Have you guys ever heard a witch's cry? In real life? I'm not one to really believe in folklore, as I've never really encountered anything supernatural. Until I did, which I'll get to later. Before I get to the first story, do you guys remember when I said this in a video? My apartment used to be the home of an ex-beep because I don't want to get demonetized. And we got a little visit from the FBI once because, you know, he was still on the loose and they probably thought he still lived here. Yeah, that guy killed somebody in the bathroom. My bathroom. And that was like years before we've already moved in. Hopefully they caught the guy because I don't even know why they took that long to even track him down. Or, I don't know. I'm not an FBI, so I don't know how they work. Anyway, I bring that up because it would be a constant occurrence of things falling, doors opening, our old radio turning on by itself during the day and night, and sometimes I would hear slight whispers. Now at the time, those things would happen and I didn't think it was anything paranormal. I didn't know that information until years later. My mom didn't tell me any of that stuff because she knew how much of a wuss I was, and I would just obliviously think, it's just the wind, or it's hard thin walls, there's nothing strange about this. But one night changed it all. I was sitting on my bed just watching YouTube and I suddenly saw my door open. Nothing unusual, happens all the time, I thought to myself. I then felt curious. I kept looking at the hallway, then back at my phone, back at the hallway, back on my phone, back at the hallway, back on my Ah! Mamá, ¿lo viste? Ma! Ma! Ma!
¡Ay, cállate, pendeja! ¿No ves que estoy ocupada?
So, since my mom didn't care, I decided to run out and go to my brother's room to ask him if he saw what I saw. But he was already at his door and asked me if I went to the bathroom. No! I saw some tall shadow man going to the bathroom. It wasn't you?
No, I thought it was you.
A ghost! We both slowly looked into the bathroom and we saw nothing. Everything seemed normal and there was nobody there. Immediately after confirming what we saw, we ran to my room and told our mom that we both saw a ghost walking in the hallway. And that's when she finally believed us and went,
¿Qué? ¿Entonces lo que dijeron los vecinos era cierto? Alguien se murió aquí.
What the fuck? This happened in 2020, so I remember this visibly. All these years of being oblivious to all the supernatural things happening and finally seeing the cause of it all was the scariest thing ever. You all know I'm a big wuss when it comes to anything remotely scary. So you can imagine the night I had trying to sleep. Actually, I took melatonin for the first time ever and that knocked me out pretty quickly. So I guess it was the easy ass night for me. And the very next day I was gonna be home alone and I was absolutely not going to be home alone. Are you kidding? Bye, Comet. See you later. He wasn't home alone. He was with my DAD. I went to Dolly's house all day, but she also had another friend over. Oh, and Izzy was there too. Hey. But it was okay. We were all having a good time. Kind of made me forget about last night. And for some reason, me and Izzy got blamed for clogging Dolly's toilet.
Whose Pepto-Bismol is this?
Maybe it was the ghost. Gulp. Later that day, my mom came home from work and brought all of these holy water and incense and other stuff to bless the house or something. Slowly after that, everything was kinda back to normal. Other than random things occasionally falling, but as long as I don't see him again, I am fine with that. Before we continue to the next story, I want to give a huge thanks to today's sponsor, Unveil. Unveil is a very unique and inclusive platform for creators by creators, with already over 200,000 members from around the world, where you can create and organize your stories, world building, or even a place to show off your characters. Meaning there's no AI bullshit here. It's 100% real artists in this community. Right on the homepage of Unveil, it features all sorts of amazing art and stories, all in just a couple of scrolls and clicks. It's like eye candy. And their community tab is actually pretty cool. It shows live updates on new users who join the platform and recent comments. So bumping art is pretty easy here. I've actually been wanting to create more human AUs of my little OCs you would randomly see in my videos. And this was a perfect place to really get to know them. It's really easy to show off your characters, and it's super fun to play around with the features they provide. My favorite feature is definitely the trait option. It's such a cute and simple way to add the traits of your... What are you doing?
Oh, I like this name. Oh, maybe this one. I think it suits me better if I do this on myself.
No.
Well, it's an option here, so why don't you use it?
No, I'm not changing your name. But I like that feature, that's pretty good. So if you want to make your own character page or explore other features, then sign up for an account to join this awesome community and start creating. Unveil is seriously such a genuine platform for artists, and the people here are extremely kind. Seeing all types of art and projects is just insanely inspiring. I'm sure you'll feel the same love too. Thanks again for Unveil for sponsoring this video, and I hope to see you creating an Unveil soon. The next story takes place in Mexico on June 20th, 2022. How do I know the exact date? Because I have the event saved in my photo album, silly. My family and I went to Acapulco for a fun little vacation, taking in the beautiful sights of Guerrero, the cultural dances, beautiful churches, and obviously, the beach. Just look at that. Ugh, I miss it already. We were a big family of 10, and of course we had to find a place to stay for the night, but there was no hotels available around our budget. But a man at the beach that promotes places to stay gave us a house that can fit all of us. Sure, the house looked a bit questionable, but it was cheap. We can ignore all the weird toys around the house. The dolls surely aren't possessed. After all the fun, the day started winding down and it was getting late, so we all headed back to the house to relax. My little cousins were running around giggling and snapping pictures of everyone with my Polaroid camera. And as the photos started developing, something strange happened. One of my cousins froze, staring wide-eyed at one of the photos. His smile completely vanished. And while clutching the picture, he hesitantly held it out and said,
Oye, tienen que ver esto.
The photo showed my brother sleeping on the couch, my little cousin next to him, and behind him what it looks like to be the face of a little boy.
Perla, eso no es lo que creo, ¿verdad?
So maybe this place is haunted? Perhaps the lights flickering sometimes and the very strange aesthetic of this house isn't to be quirky and weird by choice. No wonder this house was so cheap to spend the night in. There's bad juju around here. I tried remaining calm as well as the other older cousins for the little ones not to overreact, but we were all scared shitless. One of our uncles came into the room to know what was going on. We showed him the photo and explained the weird things happening in the house, and he just said,
Están locos, ya váyanse a dormir. No mames, hay que irnos de aquí.
You best believe I told my mom, and she immediately started scolding her brothers for agreeing to spend the night in a place like this. And honestly, that night, I don't think anyone slept well. I kept waking up from the random sounds, and the creepy ambiance didn't help me fall back asleep either. I just put a pillow over my head and pretended to be in my own little world to distract myself from having a panic attack. La 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 la, I don't hear anything. And we left pretty early. I'd say like 4 a.m. Nobody wanted to stay any longer. Now, you probably want to see the actual photo, and I don't have it. I lied. I do have it. It's just in my pocket right here. Let me just... Sorry! Oh my god, I don't know how he escaped. Anyway, this is the actual photo. And this here is what creeped us all out. You can all formulate your thoughts and opinions on this, but I would like to add that where this supposed face appeared was in the hallway. There was no mirrors or windows for this weird reflection to even reflect from. Nonetheless, a very fun vacay with the fam. 10 out of 10 would go again. Not at the house, but would go again. So there is actually supposed to be another story after that, but I wouldn't have met the deadline if I did. So we'll just save it for another video. Guys, I promise I'll make a part 2. I won't bail on you guys this time. I'm a changed woman. Mark my words, there will be a part 2 of the scary stories. You gotta have faith in me. Cause what if we find a way to escape it? We could be free.
She's very loud and a wild creator, a little dumb. but she knows better. She'll make you smile greater. Oh, she's scribble juice, knows just what to say, what to tell, and what to blame. Words that twist and play, full of stories that haunt her deep inside, but shares them all around. Cause she won't hide, let it slide, she won't deny. Cringing to my old arts, still linking if a church bus. Whatever happens next is that'll be and it's not the end. Whenever I go, I see myself as a younger kid. No matter where I go, a story will form. Beauty might be good. Everybody should know that I'm here, sharing this story while I keep on going and going until I'm 40. But who gives a fuck? I'm pushing my own luck, cause I'm scribble juice, knows just what to